And now to provide some more insight about the human rights context in Darfur today, our next speaker is the director of the Crimes Against Humanity program at Human Rights First. Please welcome Betsy Apple.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and it's great to see so many committed people. I wish there were more people here, and I wish that all of you who are here didn't already know about Darfur, because what we need to do is expand our ranks, and not only to preach to the converted. I want to tell you about Elizabeth. She's 22 years old, and she's from Sudan, and she has never known peace in her lifetime. I met Elizabeth last year when I was in Sudan. When she was a teenager, she fled the south of Sudan where she lived to escape the civil war, and she fled to Darfur, seeking safety in the north. When she got to Darfur, things began to become violent in Darfur, so she, with her small baby, had to turn around and flee back to the south. Aisha is 35. She is a mother of 6. After her husband, her father, her uncles, and several of her aunts and cousins were killed in Darfur, she fled with her children to Khartoum, to a camp for internally displaced persons that houses 1 million people in Khartoum, where people live in utter, abject poverty and trauma. Elizabeth and Aisha, I don't think, really care about this controversy about how many people have been killed in Darfur. I don't think they care if it's 10,000, 200,000, or 1 million, because for Elizabeth and Aisha, each person in their family they have lost represents an entire world. So when we talk about the numbers, let's remember the numbers are important, but it's the individuals behind the numbers who matter, and that's why we're here today. And when we talk about genocide, and we talk about how we must take action, I want to say this. I'm a lawyer, and I know the importance of words, but I also know that in some ways, whether it's genocide or war crimes or crimes against humanity, what is happening in Darfur needs to be named as a mass atrocity. It doesn't matter if we call it genocide on some level, because there's a lot of stuff, bad stuff that goes on in that country and in that region that is horrible, whether or not we name it as genocide. So let's not get so caught up in whether or not we only need to focus on places where high authorities have pronounced genocide to be occurring. These are mass atrocities that demand our attention, no matter how we name them. I've been asked to speak for just a moment about what it's going to take to achieve a sustainable peace in Darfur. What is a just peace? I think there are 2 things that I want to leave you with in thinking about what a just peace is. First of all, a just peace in Darfur requires a just and sustainable peace in Sudan. Darfur is the latest conflagration in a decades-long series of wars in that country. In order for us to really make a difference, we can't just be Darfur activists. We have to be Sudan activists. We have to advocate for a just and sustainable peace in that country, which includes a resolution of not only what's going on in Darfur, but a resolution of the North-South Civil War. The second thing I want to say about what a just peace is that peace is not peace without justice. Peace and justice are indispensable partners, and one without the other is a perversion of both. Not only do we need to demand peace processes that bring all of the parties to the table, but we need to demand accountability. We need to hold the perpetrators accountable, and we need not to sell accountability short because we think it's the quick road to peace. So to wrap up, I think I've gone over my 2 or 3 minutes. To wrap up, I'd like to suggest that in order for us to keep moving forward, we need to keep sustained pressure on all of the actors. We need to keep the pressure up on the US. We need to keep the pressure up on China. We need to keep the pressure up on Khartoum. And I ask you to join a Human Rights First campaign. Stand in for a victim or survivor of Darfur. Go to the Human Rights First website and stand in and make sure that you continue to do whatever you can to keep up the pressure so that we can indeed achieve a just and sustainable peace in Darfur and in Sudan. Thank you.